In this lesson, we continue to talk about circuits related to trigger small current. What currents are related to trigger small current? In actual maintenance, we generally refer to this as standby. It can also be seen as crystal oscillator, main power supply, and battery. As soon as we put down the battery, the main power supply will be generated, which we usually call standby, including the voltage of the power supply to the power on signal line. This circuit is also standby. Then another circuit is from the power button to the inside of the trigger power supply, which we usually call the trigger circuit. We're going to press the power button. This action is called trigger. We press the power button. Ground the power button. The power button signal can be grounded for more than 5 seconds to trigger the power supply to output power first. That is, the power is triggered and it will work. What does it prove? It proves that these two parts of the circuits are no problem. We don't consider them. When we study trigger small current, we don't consider the circuits in the red frame, blue frame, and green frame. Let's see who relates to trigger small current. Trigger small current faults is related to the power supply chip, whether the power supply chip is installed normally, and whether the power output from it is lost in a certain way. Whether there is a problem with the clock signals, reset signals, and whether there is a problem with the CPU itself, whether there is a problem with the temporary storage, whether there is a problem with the soldering of the temporary storage and CPU, the soldering of the CPU to the hard disk, whether the hard disk itself is damaged, whether there is any problem with the boot program in the hard disk, and whether there is a problem with the data communication between the hard disk and the CPU. These are the direct circuits involved in trigger small current faults. Okay, that's it for this lesson.